You know what I mean?
It's impossible that you could be a Hebrew. You know why? Because there is no land of Hebrew.
Go ahead, brother.
There is no land of Hebrew. Okay, that language is the Ivri language, and the Hebrew, old Hebrew, is not even the oldest language. It's not even that old of a language.
Okay.
No, it's not. Would you like me to prove that to you? I can certainly show you.
I mean, you don't have to prove it. Yeah, I mean, for sure, brother. You don't have to prove it, but you can. It's interesting.
I can prove it, and I am going to prove it. As you can see right here, old Hebrew ain't so way down here. This is the jaunt. This is the A. This is the languages start in the phonetics, and the Phoenicians are not the first people to do. The Phoenicians are the descendant of us from the Americas, who took the phonetic language from here. As you can see right here, the Maya, right there. That's the Maya A. Languages start right there.
That's interesting. That's crazy.
You see that right there? It goes all the way down the line.
That's crazy.
You can see here. Here, old Hebrew is way down here. Way down here. So, like, the people that's teaching you is teaching you wrong, okay? Israel, the Holy Trinity, is from Kemetic, the Kemetic stock. Isis is the Mother Earth. Ra is the sun, obviously, and El is you. Your hand does the L. You sit in the L. Your legs do the L. Your arm does the L. You're the L. That's Israel, the Holy Trinity. You need to get back to that instead of this dumbass Hebrew shit. Not real.
Okay, for sure, for sure.
It's not real. It isn't real.
That's crazy. Damn.
So, yeah, you want to see where they took the story of them wandering?
Yeah.
You know how they said the Hebrew Israelites wandered in the wilderness for how long?
Like 30 years. Was it 30 or 40 years? I don't remember.
40 years. That's right.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
They lied to you. They took the story, rewrote the story to make it fit over there, put themselves into it, and then regurgitated it back to you. That's all they did. So because they know it's part of your real cultures, and you won't let it go because you know that at some points that happened or something. It's in your spirit. That's the dark magic. As you can see right here. That's why homeboy with the braids, that's part of the Hebrew that be on here. He will not let me in that live stream because he knows I will ruin him. Literally. I'd ruin you, dude. I'd ruin you. Whatever your name, Captain or whatever. I don't know what they call you, no Captain. He on there, is completely weird, and I would expose you. That's a fact. The arrival of the Tatoshios, XIUS becomes ZEUS. Shios becomes Zeus. Zeus becomes Isus, IESUS. Later on becomes Jesus. That don't come from no Yahweh or Yeshua's or none of that trash. Yamahabashais and all this trash these people try to make up. Look, to try to keep you spinning. That's all they do. Look, the Yucatan before and after the conquest, written by Fray Diego de Landa Calderón, the bishop that Pope Leo X sent here to burn the history of the world. By the way, Leo X's parents was the Orsini people, the Orsini family. Okay, right?
Wow,
you know who that
that's
is?
crazy. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. It's these people who stole our stuff.
Wow,
Go look
that's
up who
crazy.
the Orsini is today. Then you'll know who that these people are still around doing the same bullshit. As you can see right here, the Indians relate that they talk about the Maya. The Indians relate that they came into the Yucatan from the south with many tribes in their chiefs, not 12 tribes, many tribes in their chiefs. And they say they come from Chiapas, although they do not know. But the author so conjectures from the many verbal constructions that are the same in Chiapas and in Yucatan, and from the extensive indications of sites that have been abandoned. They say that these tribes wandered 40 years through the wilderness of the Yucatan, not no goddamn Africa, having in that time no water except from the rain, meaning the manna from heaven. That's where they stole the story, my man.
That's crazy, bro. What?
This is in 1517, 100 years before the King James Version Bible's even written. So here's where they stole it.
What?
This is where they stole it, right there. Do you know who the Tatoshi is?
Oh, that sounds familiar. That sounds familiar.
The Tatoshi is the real name of the
Olmec.
Olmec.
The Olmec. Yes. That's crazy.
Now let me show you that the Olmec still are recognized as a tribe, and they represent the so-called Black Americans still today. I'll show you. They're recognized by the United Nations still today. I'll show you the tribe.
Really? What? This is crazy.
Man, I ain't no damn game. As you can see right here, I'm the real royal prince of the clans in the Americas, my man. As you can see right here, the ARNA Aboriginal Law Firm right here, .org is the home service, new service products. We stand for the indigenous governance of the so-called African American, who are really indigenous Americans, as you can see here, man. Here, you screenshot that.
Yep, I'm gonna screenshot that. That's crazy, bro.
I know you are.
That's crazy. What the fuck?
Who are the Shi'Amaru? The Shi'Amaru are historically called the Olmec. We are the oldest indigenous civilization on the planet, period. The Americas are the oldest lands on the planet. It's the first land out the water. There was no Africa, there was no Asia, and there was no Europe for millions of years while we were here flourishing. We are the pyramid and mound building civilization, and Africa doesn't have any mounds. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. I did not know that. That's crazy.
At one point, there were over 1 million ancient earth mounds in North America alone. There's only 100,000 left. They knocked over 900,000 mounds here in North America, telling us to go back to Africa.
Wow. Yeah, because that's crazy. Because I know, like, there's pyramids and stuff and different stuff over here older than anywhere else.
Africa has massive mounds, primarily those built by termites. They got termite mounds over there, man. Now, I'm gonna keep going with the. So I just showed you the Hebrew Israelite story, didn't I?
Yeah.
I said there ain't no Hebrew Israelites, is it? It's the Olmec. It still is you, but it ain't a Hebrew Israelite. You see?
Yep. That's crazy.
Your real who you really are. That's why I showed you like that. You feel me?
Yep.
You don't have to have this fake identity. That's a fantasy identity that keeps their manifestation alive, because that's what you were doing. See? Now I'm going to show you what was Noah's boat made out of. You should know that.
Gopher wood.
That's right. Gopher wood. Gopher wood, as you can see right here. Read that out loud.
As for Noah's Ark, Noah was commanded to build it of gopher wood. A problem.
I got you. The problem with locating the construction of the Ark in Asia is there is no gopher wood there. The only known gopher wood on Earth is found in near Bristol. A story in the Orlando Sentinel, December 7th,
Wow,
1952.
that's freaking crazy, bro. What the
Quoted
fuck?
Dr. Lewis T. Nealon of the Forestry Department, University of Florida, as saying, the gopher wood in question is unique so far as is known. It grows only on the east banks of the Apalachicola River in a small area near Bristol. There are related species to be found in China, Northern California, but botanists know of no similar wood anywhere else around the globe. There's no way this stuff could have happened over there to some Hebrew Israelites. Impossible. Happened to the Aboriginal, so-called Black Americans right here in our land. They conjured up that story so they could control your mind. Now, I'll keep going. I'm not done. I'll show you where they stole the whole Noah story. I'll show you what his real name was, everything. Because in the Bible, the problem with the Bible is they only show one destruction event, don't they?
Yep.
And what destruction event is that?
They bro. Oh my goodness.
What destruction event is that?
I mean, there's a couple, but
No, I'm talking about the full cataclysm.
oh, like Noah's flood.
Right. That's the only John they show in there. The only one they show, right? But really, there were 9 different Johns like that. There are 9 of them.
Wow.
That's how you know that these things were stolen from the codices. The codices show the whole 9, but see, they took them so you don't get to see the whole 9 because it does show the whole future. But they do talk about in this next document I'm about to show you about how it talks about the first 4 cataclysms going into this 5th one right here that we're about to experience. Because we're about to have another one in a couple months.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I right now, bro.
As you can see here, see this right here? This is a book called Atlantis, the Antediluvian World. As you can see here. The most important among the American tradition is the Mexican. And I just showed you that the Mexican people are the so-called Black Americans or the Aboriginal people in the Americas, period. That's it. For they appear to be definitively fixed with symbolic and mnemonic paintings before any contact with Caucasians or anybody else. According to the documents, the Noah of the Mexican cataclysm is Kashkash, called by certain people Teotepacli or Tespi. He saved himself together with his wife, Xochitl, in a bark. You see the bark? Take the B away, you get
Ark.
an ark. As you can see right there. According
That's
to the story, some traditions, or a raft made out of cypress wood. Because the real story of Noah is he didn't build a boat. He burrowed into the great cypress or a redwood tree and made the levels out of the inside of the redwood tree. That's the real story. Not that they made a boat. As you can see right here. The traditions of the latter are still strikingly in conformity with the story we have in Genesis and in the Chaldean sources. It tells that Tesbi embarked on a spacious vessel with his wife and children and several animals and grains whose preservation would be essential of the human race. When the great god Tezcatlipoca descended, made the waters descend, it says Tesbi sent out a vulture from the bark. The bird, feeding on the carcasses which had been laden, didn't return. So Tesbi sent out other birds. which the hummingbird, see, the same thing as the Noah story. He sent out the John, he sent out the birds. It's the same freaking story. By the
Same
way,
story. That's what?
same exact story. This is where they took it, but they only took one of the cataclysm stories and they made a book out of it. As you can see
That's
here.
crazy.
Yes. And look, this is the people. I told you who stole it, right? Fray Diego de Landa Carter Rome, the bishop that Pope Leo X sent here to burn the history of the world. They said they burnt it, but they didn't. They kept it and then only wrote that one cataclysm in. You see? And then during the Council of Nicaea, took those stories out of the codices and stuff like that, because those things happen not in the 3rd and 4th century, all that stuff. It happens way in the real present. They try to make these things seem like it happened way back in the day, but it didn't. These people were in caves back then. They're lying. You see what I'm saying? They try to give themselves a history. It's not true. It's not real, including them bringing this language to here, and I can prove that too. Look, the document, however, that gives us the most reliable information about the cosmology of the Mexicans is called Codex Vaticanus. You see? From the library where it is still preserved. See, now the Codex, they're calling it Vaticanus like they wrote it. You see? But they stole it and then rewrote history. But here is the real history of the world right here. Look. I'm going to show you. It shows right here. It says, look, Codex Vaticanus, where it's still preserved. It contains 4 symbolic, more than symbolic. It's really more than that, but they're only saying that there's 4. There's more than that, though, because we know it shows the future, but they don't want to tell you that. 4 symbolic paintings representing the 4 ages of the world preceding the actual one we're in right now. You see?
Yeah. Bro,
after each one of those ages, there were cataclysms. After each one. You see that? They just chose the Noah story. They just chose that one. It says right here. According to this document, 4 ages of the world. The first age is the age of giants, the great mammalia. See, these people just be lying.
Bro, what the fuck, man? I'm pissed, bro. I'm pissed.
Look, watch this. What? No, my new book is breaking all of this down. My first book, you need to get my first book and just slap everybody that ever taught you something. But my first book slaps everyone. It's straight up. Any information that's out there in my first book just destroys it. But my second book is going to have all of these stories in it. In the actual, I put everything back to where it belongs. You see right here, look. Who were destroyed? The first age was the age of giants, the great mammalia, who was destroyed by famine. That's the first age. They don't talk about that because they don't want the giants. They like, oh, the book of Enoch, which the book of Enoch was stolen from a giant named Tenoch. And I'll show you that too. That's a fact. The giant that saved the Aztecs. His name is Tenoch. You take the T away, you get Enoch. Spelt just like that. I ain't lying to you either. That's why none of these Hebrew Israelite people want to come up here talking no earth speaks, dude. That's why these people don't want to come up here talking to me. Because I'm going to bust your whole stuff up. Look, there ain't nobody going to follow them people no more. Look, you see, look. The second age ended in a conflagration. A conflagration is a fire destruction event. See, the third age is the age of monkeys when the Caucasians are made on the planet. The fourth age is the son of water. And now we have the fifth age, which is the age of Cortez, they call it. But it already ended. The age of Cortez already ended. So that's why, like, now their drawing is over. You go to screenshot the rest. It shows you more, like, how the cataclysm happened and all that. This book is called Atlantis, the Antediluvian World, also. So you want to go look at that book. And the dude who wrote the book's a racist, but he left his slip hanging because I know so many other things. You know what I mean?
That's crazy, bro. Your shit, bro. That's crazy.
You see right here, look. This book is called Sargon the Magnificent. This woman who wrote this is also a freaking full-blown racist, but she left her slip hanging. As you can see right here, this book examines historical and scholarly evidence of person known biblically as Sargon, right? Being Cain himself, with the name Sargon being interpreted being Cain, as you can see here. Watch.
What, bro? What the?
This is Sargon. As you can see here, my brother.
That is fucking, bro. What the?
That's Sargon right there. See. The Sumerians is the so-called Black Americans. That's what I'm saying, man. Mesopotamia is the Chattahoochee and the Apalachicola. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Because Mesopotamia means a place between two rivers. That's what Mesopotamia means. All of this stuff happens here. This is Cain. Who is Cain's son? Enoch, right? Tenoch.
Yeah.
The giant.
Yeah, man, I'm about to punch somebody. This is bullshit.
As you can see right here, the giant Tenoch. Take the T away, you get Enoch. There he is. And they've used a black crayon for his skin and feet.
Wow. Wow. I knew they lied about shit already, but Lord have mercy, this is some bullshit.
See, I told you. And this is where that boat landed on the mountain of Kahulakan, where the John landed. See, we in our story, it didn't land in Turkey and all this stuff because in their story it's a mystery, right? Because it's fake.
Yeah.
Our story, we know where the boat landed. It landed right there. It's in the story. By the way, the word Noah, right? The word Noah has no affiliation to that side of the world. You need to come back to over here, which goes back to the root word Na. Na means water. That's why the Aztecs called him Nata, because Ta means land. So Nata means the water came over the land.
Wow. Wow, bro.
That stuff is hundreds of thousands of years old, if not millions. That stuff comes from here, and these people just appropriated all of the stories, man. Point blank, period. Point blank, period.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to punch somebody, bro. This is some bullshit. I'm mad as fuck right now.
They scammed you. That's what that whole jaw is. That whole Hebrew Israelite, all of that stuff is a scam, because they see people are very intelligent and truth seeking right now, and everybody's leaving the Christianity in droves. You see? So they put the Hebrew Israel. Oh, wait a minute, man. Hold up. Jesus was black. Wait a minute. Now here he is. Get Putin. Call Putin up. Tell him to get do a coloring and make Jesus black. All right. Here comes Jesus. Oh, we have a safe with a coloring book in the safe, and here he is. He's black. Colored in. No, man. Those stories don't come from that stuff. None of it does. They never did. So, yes, those are Germanic people. These Caucasian people are all Germanic tribes that came out the mountains, didn't even have names or nothing. So, any story that they took, they became themselves. Watch this.